For the purpose of this video, I would like to discuss the large rewards that will be given individuals who blow the whistle on misconduct at Citadel and other institutions, hedge funds, and market makers. In addition, I would want to discuss the fact that hedge funds are currently pointing the finger of blame at retail investors for the greatest loss they have experienced in 2025 since 2021. Let's get right down to business and discuss the most important details. As a result, Quantum Biopharma has said that it will provide a cash reward of up to $7 million to anyone who can provide evidence that the company's stock was manipulated in the market. As stated by them, the reward will be handed out in the event that the information adds significant evidence that leads to a successful trial or settlement in a historic litigation that is worth $700 million. Now, this is a different litigation, not the one involving Northwest Biotherapeutics, but rather the one involving Quantum Biopharma. As stated previously, we continue to oppose a number of hedge funds and market makers, such as Citadel. In the meantime, before I go any further with my explanation of this enormous payment to a whistleblower, I would want to discuss Micropolis, the company that is backing today's film. The New York Stock Exchange uses the ticker symbol MCP for the company. Over the past month, MCP has increased by 34%. Consequently, you should absolutely keep this one in mind for the day after tomorrow. A recent partnership between Micropolis and NVIDIA has resulted in the deployment of artificial intelligence, AI, power patrol robots across urban surroundings. This will redefine the way in which cities prioritize safety, infrastructure, or intelligence. They have previously completed contracts with Emirates Steel and the Dubai Police, and they are currently expanding their operations into Egypt and other countries in North Africa. As governments from the United States to the Gulf Cooperation Council are accelerating the development of artificial intelligence-powered patrol systems for border security, crowd management, and infrastructure monitoring, Micropolis is an ideal candidate for this purpose. The humanoid robot industry alone is expected to reach $5 trillion yearly by the year 2050, according to Morgan Stanley's projections. Additionally, the artificial intelligence robotics sector as a whole is expected to grow larger and quicker, with a compound annual growth rate of 22.8% through the year 2030. Micropolis already provides a variety of products that may be used both indoors and outdoors, in addition to maintaining independent control and operating systems for each of these applications. Micropolis is not merely a concept written down on a piece of paper. Rather, it is the actual thing. Research Micropolis, which is currently trading on the New York Stock Exchange under the ticker name MCP, is something you should do today. The statements made by Quantum Biopharma indicate that the company is dedicated to safeguarding the interests of its shareholders as well as the integrity of the market, which is why they are providing this enormous monetary compensation. It has been stated that we are interested in knowing if somebody has attempted to hire, ask, or exert pressure on you in order to manipulate our stock. Therefore, they are going after the employees of these hedge funds, institutions, and market makers directly, since they are aware that the employees are likely to be the ones who possess the precise proof, data, and numbers that they require. They have not only sent out a tweet, rather, they have submitted an official filing in which they announce a financial incentive of up to $7 million. The SEC has received this formal filing that has been submitted. Therefore, Quantum Biopharma is not afraid to offer this very large incentive, and it would not come as a surprise to me if other businesses or other CEOs of other firms also contributed to this enormous prize. Therefore, it is possible that the cash reward for people who blow the whistle could suddenly increase from $7 million to $10 million, $15 million, or $20 million. Additionally, something that is happening right now with Beyond Meat is definitely something that is really exciting. 80% of people are interested in Beyond Meat, not quite over 100%, but a very high short interest rate, a total of 9 million FTDs, an 800% cost of borrow rate, and a volume of trading that exceeds 1 billion shares are all characteristics of this company. On Thursday, it was 64 cents a share, but by Friday, it had already increased to well than $50 per share. The fact that Citadel themselves are shorting Beyond Meat is a topic that has been the subject of some speculation. They are undeniably in possession of put options, yet it is evident that no one is able to precisely calculate the number of synthetic shorts that they are holding. The number might be thousands, it could be millions, It could be billions, or they might not have a synthetic position on Beyond Meat. However, the fact that Beyond Meat was included in the basket of severely shorted stocks beginning in January 2021 would not surprise me in the least. In addition, as I mentioned earlier, it is really fascinating to observe that short sellers are today suffering their greatest losses in years, and they are, of course, blaming retail investors. This may bring to mind the year 2021 in a meaningful way. Short positions are suffering enormous losses. In the world of small-cap companies, there's a lot of stock that is being squeezed left, right, and center, and several of these stocks are trading more than 1 billion shares in a single day. The short basket, which is comprised of the 250 stocks that are most popular among short sellers, has experienced a 57% increase in value so far this year, according to the company. Obviously, this year is the most successful year since 2020, with a 57% increase, and the other most successful year since 2020, with an 85% increase in those stocks' value. Without a doubt, this is irrefutable evidence that shorts are currently experiencing the highest levels of stress they have ever experienced in a very long time. Additionally, there is a great deal of additional evidence that supports that, such as this tweet from Reese's Politics. He stated that there were 1.1 billion options errors on October 1st, which was a coincidence because it was a day before GameStop shares were required in order to be qualified for the GameStop warrant dividend distribution. It is not uncommon for there to be a few 100,000 or a few million errors, but it is rather remarkable that there were 1.1 billion errors on the day before GameStop's dividend qualifying day. Therefore, it would not come as a surprise to me if this is the exact reason why the institutional ownership of the AMC is at its highest point in history right now. It is important to note that the institutional ownership did not decrease in this location in September of 2023. Rather, it just decreased as a consequence of the reverse split. I have discussed this topic in previous videos for your reference. In fact, since January of 2020, this institutional ownership has been steadily increasing at an ever-increasing rate, and this trend has persisted every single month. It took me a moment to realize that I had misunderstood and mentioned the year 2020 when I meant the year 2021. The number of AMC shares that institutions are purchasing continues to increase for the foreseeable future. It may be obvious, but you have to ask yourself why these institutions are purchasing AMC at prices that have never been seen before, when short sellers are experiencing the most levels of stress they have ever experienced, or at the very least, the highest levels of stress they have experienced in the past 5 years. Now, finally, for today, I wanted to talk about something that is very interesting indeed, and that is the fact that the Federal Reserve recently discovered that hedge funds in the Cayman Islands likely hold approximately $1.85 trillion worth of U.S. government bonds. This is 4 times more than what the Treasury Department believed they thought they had. Recall that Crystal Ball revealed a large number of brokers and institutions that have connections to businesses located in the Cayman Islands many years ago. Under the Cayman Islands, you are not required to report short positions on equities that you are holding in your possession. And it just so happens that all of these businesses, all of these institutions, hedge funds, brokers, and market makers all have firms in the Cayman Islands, just like Goldman Sachs and Citadel, amongst a great number of other corporations. And now, all of a sudden, it is being discovered that entities on the Cayman Islands are owning 4 times as many stocks, 4 times as much treasuries, and 4 times as many shorts as was anticipated. According to what is stated above, it appeared as though hedge funds owned $423 billion worth of treasuries. Yet, due to rehypothecation and the absence of records when it travels offshore, the actual amount of treasuries that they held was approximately $1